Hi, my name is Jackie, and you tuned into Jackie and the Other Side of Beauty. In today's video, I'm concentrating my efforts on doing my weekly makeup basket, and from there, I'll probably do the rest of the month shop my stash. So if you're interested in seeing what items I am going to pull for this week's basket, then please keep on watching. I still have the items that I pulled for. I've had these items so long, I really don't know what shop my stash this was. I think this is my November's shop my stash, and I am still using those items. Before we jump in, let me just say that I am a little sick, so hopefully I won't be hacking and coughing all through the video. You see my lip is dark right here. I don't know what that's from. My lip is split on the side. I don't know what that's from, probably just because it's been so cold, which made me sick, and I have this horrible cough and something going on in my chest area, so that's why I haven't been filming. I just have not been feeling my best, but I've been taking some Theraflu, and that seems to be helping me on the road to recovery. So let's go ahead and jump in. I want to make this really fast so I can go lay down. Okay, let's recap some of the items that we have in our basket. I have the Oma Beauty concealer, and this is in the shade T4, what is it? No, Brown Sugar T2, and this is done. I'm going to put this in my empties as much as I don't want to, but this concealer is done. It's just dry as a bone. I love it so much. So I have emptied that concealer, just perfect for me. We had the Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and this is translucent medium. And these are in no particular order, I'm just pulling. I had my Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer in my Shop My Stash. I have my Huda Beauty. This is the Water Jelly Primer. I actually have this on my face today. I have my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and this is in the shade 6.5 Deep. Really like this. It got kind of pushed to the back of my tray. I don't know how that happened, so I didn't even get to use it that much, but I do love it. Here is my MAC. I might have to just go ahead and toss this. It's really dry, but I keep trying to use it anyway. This is in the shade Painterly. It's really dried up, but I'm going to keep on trying until I know for sure that it's a no-go. Here is my Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This is in the shade 450 Medium Deep Warm. Finally picked up the shade that's perfect for me. I have my Glowy Makeup Serum by Laneige. One of my blushes is the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the shade Paradise Venus. Right here. And this is what the shade looks like for Paradise Venus. I have my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is in the shade Sunkissed. And then we have the Huda Beauty Love Fest palette. I finally did film with this. It was supposed to go up yesterday, but I just could not edit it, so I'm going to try again today, maybe. This is what this looks like. Yeah, I tried to edit yesterday. I just could not. This is the Smashbox Halo, and this is a highlighter. It has a putty side and a powder side, and the shades both are golden bronze. This is what it looks like. And And this side is the putty side. Very pretty. Use this a lot. And I have my Gucci blush in the shade Warm Berry. I use this a lot as well. And this, I don't believe this was a part of my Shop My Stash. I don't know, but somehow I wanted to use it and I pulled it, I think. This is my Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Powder Foundation. This is in the shade 410. I don't think I pulled this for my Shop My Stash, but it got worked in some kind of way. So this is in the shade 410. I have my Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Maple. And then I have also the shade Chestnut. I have my No Problem Primer. Again, this is by Touch and Soul. It's a smooth and pore covering primer. Not sure yet how I feel about this. I think this is on the chopping block when I do my declutter, which I will be doing a declutter pretty soon. Here's my House Labs. This is my bronzer, and this is in the shade Deep Level 10. Love, love, love this bronzer. Ooh. I have my Makeup Forever HD Skin in the shade 4N62, which is perfect for this time of the year. I've been using this a lot. My NARS, I have the Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Bellum. Right here. Y'all already know how I feel about this, so I won't go on. Here's my ColourPop highlighter. This is a Super Shock Cheek highlighter in Avalon. Sit right here. I have my Charlotte Tilbury powder in the shade 4 Deep. This is 4 Deep. Okay, so here I have my Laura Mercier powder. This is in the shade Translucent. I remember putting this in my Shop My Stash because I said I just have to get a feel of whether I like it or whether I don't. And so I used it all this time for almost 3 months, and I like it. I really like it. And let's see, I did throw in my Milk Makeup. This is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. I had this little trial size, and you guys, I like this a lot. I went ahead and put the mini in my basket at Sephora, but I think I'm going to take the mini out and just get the full size. I really like this so much. Here's my e.l.f. Brow Wow, and I think this is just in the shade, either, doesn't have it on here, but it's either dark brown or black brown or something to that effect, but I use this. Here's my Marc Jacobs pencil. This is Highliner Matte Gel Eye Crayon, and this is in the shade Earthquake. Okay, so I think I went and pulled this primer, and that was before I had the Milk Makeup one, because I just had a lot of luminous items as far as my primers. You know, I had the water jelly, and it seems like I had something else that was kind of luminous. Oh, and then I had this Touch and Soul primer, Icy Sherbet primer. And this is kind of luminous as well. So I ended up just pulling a mattifying primer on the days that it did warm up. And So that was this Too Faced Primed and Preachy Cooling Matte Perfecting Primer. So I pulled this. And I do have my NYX Glitter Glue. Here I have my Natasha Denona, my Dream Palette. Use this. Love, love, love it. I already knew that. I use this shade Babies in my inner corner for today. And I also use the shade Aspiration just a little bit in my outer corner. What else do I have? Oh, I have so much. No wonder I could last 3 months. Okay. Here is my Huda Beauty hashtag Full Filter Concealer. And this is in the shade Peanut Butter. Like this concealer a lot. I was reaching for it constantly. Okay. One day, I was thinking about this Makeup Forever concealer. I was like, I haven't used this in a long time. And this is the Matte Velvet Skin. And this is in the shade 5.2. So I pulled this and I used it for a day. And then I have my Pat McGrath. These are the two concealers from Pat McGrath. I have the shade MD22 and also the shade MD24. So I have both of these that I used. The Sephora Pore Primer. It's the Beauty Amplifier Pore Primer. I have this. So far, not a fan. And then I finally got in this Pat McGrath Labs Intensify Eyes Artistry Wand. This is the last of my haul that I was waiting for, and I finally got it in. Okay, I have my Huda Beauty hashtag Balm Brows, and this is in the shade 7 Black Brown. And this is what I use for my brows. I have the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Prime, and this is eyeshadow primer, so I've been using this, and it's not bad. I like it well enough. I used my Huda Beauty finally. This is their stick foundation. This is in the shade Mocha. This is what Mocha looks like. It's a little too golden for me, but somehow it works out. Then I have my tinted color corrector. I think it's Live Tinted, and this is in the shade Rise. This is what it looks like. Here's my Essence Long Lasting Gel Eyeliner. And then I have my Natasha Denona My Dream Cheek Trio. This is it right here. And this is what it looks like. This is the highlighter that I have on today. Very beaming. This, I just can't get on with. This just does not work for me. I mean, I can layer it, yes, but oh, I tried to use it again on its own. No, ma'am. Okay, so we're almost done. We just have a few palettes left to talk about. My Anastasia palette, my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and this is the Rose Metals palette. I got to really play with this. I enjoyed this. I don't really want to put this up. I really enjoyed it. Okay, I have the Wilderness palette. This is by Beauty Bay. And this was one of my recent looks on my channel. Finally used this. And I think these, oh, and yeah, I think these were the only two palettes that I really pulled, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the three, I pulled the Huda Beauty palette also. But I did hop in one day. I just wanted to use this Morphe palette. I don't know. This is the their fall palette, 35F, fall into fall or something about fall. And this is what it looks like. And I just really, the reason I pulled this palette is because I just wanted to play with some shimmers. I didn't want to play with metallics. I just wanted something kind of a muted shimmer shade for work. And I know that's what I get with this palette. A lot of the shades are very muted, but the shades are they're so pretty. Let me see. Yes, here we go. So a lot of the shades are muted, but they're just so pretty and they just work perfectly for work. And that's what I was looking for. What I would do is, I really love this shade right here. I would buy this if it was a single. But what I did like today, because I do have it on my eyes, I went in with this shade right here up above my crease. Went in with this shade in my crease. And then I went in with this shade right here on my lid. And a lot of times for work, I would just go in with this color right here above my crease. And then I would just choose one of these shimmer shades and I would just put it all over my lid. I wouldn't even worry about trying to put an outer corner shade. I would just put it all over the lid and then blend it out with a crease shade. Sometimes I would pop a little color to highlight my inner corner, and sometimes I wouldn't, but I still looked put together, and that's what I like. You know, sometimes I just want something muted, something still like a shimmer to add a little pizzazz, but nothing like a metallic or anything. And this palette always delivers when I want that. I mean, these shimmers are so pretty, and you can get a soft look, you can get a more intense look. I really don't want to swatch, but let me just show you. Like this shade right here is so pretty. But you see how it's still a little muted? That is so pretty. And then like this green shade right here has a little dip in it. It's gorgeous. And you know, it's just not to be, you know, people may think this is just like, oh, Morphe, but this is pretty. And like I said, when you just want a shimmer shadow, just want something shimmery. I mean, I really like this palette. And even the top shades that don't look like they're doing anything, these top shades are pretty. Let's take this one. Oh. I mean, they're just gorgeous. I pulled this palette when I just wanted, you know, a softer shimmer look, but nothing, like I said, nothing metallic or anything. This just delivered. So you have seen all the items that I had pulled from my Shop My Stash from, I think, November. So I'm going to put all of these items away. I think I finally put all of the items that I've hauled for my last 2 or 3 hauls. So I think everything is back in a spot except for these items that I just showed you. So I'm going to put these away really fast. Oh, let me show you one more thing that I use, which I have everything on top of. I forgot. So I'm going to put, as I'm putting this stuff back, I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to put all of this stuff back up. Try to do it really quickly. Here's my Urban Decay primer portion. I also use this. So I'm going to put all this stuff back up, and then we should have everything that I've hauled and everything that I've been using for the past several months for my Shop My Stash. You should have it back where it belongs, and then we'll be able to pull some new items for this week, and we'll be done. I wanted to also mention this Christmas palette. I did use this Christmas palette behind the scenes. I think I had it on one day in another video, and I told you guys I had it on. I can't remember what videos. I can't. But this is the BH Cosmetics Naughty Palette. Very pretty. I almost want to keep this one in again. I really do. This is so pretty. And I did pull this palette also to use some of the shimmer shades instead of the metallics. And just lovely. Loved it a lot. But I have so many new palettes that we need to get to. I also use this Monacador. This is a hydrating face mist. I've been using the heck out of it. See, it's right here now. I also use this, and I use this on the face today. It has just such a nice little glow, and I really like that. I use this Black Radiance pencil, eye pencil in my waterline. I'm not sure. I think this is just the shade Black. Let me put all of this stuff away, and I'll be right back in my recording studio or space. Okay, so I have put all my items away from my Shop My Stash, and with the exception of just my staple products, you know, that I normally, oops, let me take this blush out. With the exception of my staple products that I normally use in all my Shop My Stash videos, I just added a new brush that I wanted to try out in here as well, and I'll show you that later. But everything has been put away. Now we're going to start trying to focus in on pulling some new items. I do apologize that this, you'll probably see a hot mess in this room. I have Christmas stuff out. I have boxes that I still need to break down. I have a lot of boxes that I need to break down. And so that's what's going on behind me on the floor. Don't mind that. So I'm going to take you down, probably just, you know, take you down, and we'll start, well, let's just start with the items in front of me. So we'll start with probably face primers. Okay. Okay. So probably already know that this drawer is already running over. I have several samples. Let's look at some of these samples and see if we can use any, so we can possibly get rid of some of this stuff. I don't know why this is in this drawer. This looks like a foundation. Yeah, so we'll put that in the foundation drawer. Okay, so here are actually my face primers. Do you already have this? I just got a Smashbox something. This is the primerizer. And this is the Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. Well, let's try this. We'll try this little sample. What else do I have? Again, this is the primerizer. I think this is what I have here. So we have both of these. So we'll use that. When we're done, we'll go to this primerizer. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we do have this Beauty Blender Leveler. This is for pore minimizing. Maybe we could just, since we're only doing a week, maybe we can just make it through the week with these 3 primers. And that way, that will kind of clear out my drawer up here and make this a better situation. So yeah, we'll put those primers right there. And then we still have this one if we run out of the others. And that was easy. Under eye concealers. Okay, under eye concealers is never easy. Oh, I do, before we get into that, I do have a new eye primer. This is by Colored Rain. And this is called the Paint Base. It's an eyeshadow base. And it has squalene and sodium hyaluronate. And this is in the shade Wheat. I do want to try this out for an eye base. Oh, and then I'm going to leave my, let's see. I do think I want to keep testing this primer out. So I actually have two bases. The Color Rain and my MAC Paint Pot. And then I'm going to be continuing on with this Sephora. Well, no, I'm not. Ugh, it's just for a week, Jackie. Just for a week. What do I have in the way of eye primers? Fenty Beauty. I had the Urban Decay in there. I haven't used this one in a while. The Milani. Let's use the Milani. Now let's go ahead and pull a concealer. I've already been thinking, I saw somebody using their Tarte Ultra Creamy, and I was like, man, I haven't used that in a while. So I think we're going to use this. This is in the shade 53N. Shade 53N. So we'll put this over here. I'm just thinking I don't need very many under eye concealers. It's just for a week. It's just for a week, Jackie. Just for a week. Do I need one more? Well, since I only got to use this one the one time, the Makeup Forever, let's go ahead and pull that. So now we have a creamy one, a hydrating one, and then we have a matte one. So let's pull this, and here is the shade 5.2. Let's pull that. Okay, here are my bronzers and contour products. Oh, let's go in with this LYS. This is a bronzer. This is new to me, and this is in the shade No Limits Strength. I want to go in with that. Look like it might be a little dark, so if it is, let's go in with our Fenty Beauty, and this is in the shade Cocoa Naughty. Go in with that. Yeah, I think that's all for this drawer. Let's try to do blush. This is my blush situation. Oh God. Hold on. Okay, so I just took my blush drawer out. It's just easier. Okay, so for blush, I do want to use, this is a new blush to me. This is the LYS. And I think I want to do this because I do have some new makeup in here. So I think I want to do trying new makeup. So I'm going to do this. This is the shade Epic. So I do want to go ahead and use this blush. This is a cream blush. Do I have anything else new in here? I don't think so. But I do want to pick another blush. I did say, I was thinking about this the other day, how I haven't used this one from Melt. This is in the shade Fire Fury. We're going to use this. And that's all for blushes. Hey, you guys, I'm popping back in. I wanted to mention that I found 2 more items that I had hauled that I thought I put away, but I didn't. So those items are the Huda Beauty Glowish blushes. That one is in the shade Charming Cherry. This is Charming Cherry. And then I have Berry Juicy. This one right here. Let me see. Okay, this one right here, that one looks a little bit better. And Charming Cherry. This one right here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put back this Melt Cosmetics blush, Fire Fury. I'm going to put it back for this round, and I'm going to add in this Charming Cherry blush by Huda Beauty because it is new. So when I do my testing new products, I do want to have this blush on hand to try out. Okay? Okay, so here we go for our setting sprays. I have plenty of Morphe. My niece got me I guess it was a gift set, and it had 2 Morphe sprays in there. So I thought that was wonderful. I think I do want to pull this Fenty Beauty. This is the Makeup Refreshening Spray. I'm going to pull that. And let's see. Oh, and I have, that's new, this Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. We'll try that. And is that it? I know y'all are going to think I'm just going overboard. But in the event that both of these sprays don't give me enough, like they're too drying, I'm also going to pull out my Fix Plus Lavender. So here are all the foundations that somehow I have accumulated. I'm going to pull out, no, that's not it. Hold on. Okay, so for my overcrowded foundation drawer, I am going to pull this new Juvia's Place foundation. This is called I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation, and I picked up the shade 310 Burkina. If I'm not mistaken, this is the shade I had in their other I Am Magic matte foundation that I decluttered. So I'm going to see how this fares. This is the second shade that I've picked up. The first one was way too light, and I'll tell you all about that later. But I picked up this. So we'll try that foundation. And this Rare Beauty I've been thinking about lately. So I think I want to try this one or use this one. This is the Rare Beauty foundation. And I am in the shade 460 Warm or 460W. And is there some, oh yeah. I already know which ones I'm pulling because I just did this, but I wasn't recording. So I'm also want to try this e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I just want to try this now that it's winter time and my tan has basically left the building. I think I want to try this again. This is in the shade Deep 540N. So we'll try this again. Here's my powder drawer. I do know for my under eyes, I want to try this new Huda powder that I picked up by Huda Beauty. And it's in the shade Blondie. I felt like it has a little bit, well, it kind of looks like a tan or oatmeal shade. And I felt like if I could get along with the Laura Mercier, then that this would be a pretty good one to try out. So I got a little size because y'all know I don't need any more powders. So I picked up a little one to try. So I think that's what we're going to use for our under eyes. And for an all over powder, I don't have another new one. I know that for sure. Well, first of all, for all over powder, let me go back up here because I still do want to maybe reach for a powder foundation. I've just been loving powder foundations lately. So on the days that I don't really feel like putting a foundation on, maybe I'm just going to have this on standby. I love powder foundations all of a sudden. Let's see. For all over. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to be pulling this. Let's pull this Makeup Forever. This is their Ultra HD setting powder. And this is in the shade 4.0 Tan Neutral. And here are my highlighters. Oh, let's see. Well, really don't have that many highlighters. I guess we'll go in with this Grande Glow. This is a plumping liquid highlighter. And this is in the shade Bronze Beam. We'll pull that. And let's pull one of my favorites, which is this Black Magic Carnival by Oma Beauty. This is in the shade Barbados. Let's pull that. And that's all for this drawer. Okay, so we're heading into the home stretch of things. For mascaras, let's see. I am currently using the one by Lancombe. Oops. Yeah, by Lancombe, the Monsieur Big Mascara. I love this mascara so much. So I'm going to continue on with it because I already have it open and I don't want to open up another one. So I'm going to keep using this one. I do have this one that's opened by Dior. I just want to see what it would do with the Lancombe mascara. So we'll go ahead and use this one. For our brows, I still want to, oh, let me take this one out. I'm going to use this one by e.l.f. And I'm going to put my Huda Beauty one back. So when I get ready to grab or use this one again, I'll know this is the one I'm using. And I'm also going to pull my Cabral. Love this. And it's in the shade 5. Looks like I'm pulling a lot of stuff. And here, I'm going to take back out my Essence. This is my eyeliner for my waterline. I'm going to take this back out because I love it. Okay, so that's it. So next, all we need to do is pull some palettes and we will be done. Okay, so I have some palettes stacked right here that I recently hauled, but I have not been able to use because they will not fit in my bins. So this one by Anastasia Beverly Hills, I do not want to use this one. This is their Novu palette. So I want to use this one. This wouldn't fit, this wouldn't fit. And also this one. This is by, this is the Serenity palette by Cosmic Brushes. And I want to use this palette. And I know this is probably too many palettes for just 1 week. But if I don't use it, I'll rotate it over to the next week. And that is the Nomad palette. The Hudson Valley palette. This is new to me. I just hauled this. So I want to use this one as well. So all three of these are new palettes to me that I want to test out and try. So these are the 3 palettes that I will be using for the week. And that is it, you guys. I think we have everything. Let me give you an overview. Put my stuff in my tray. And if I didn't show you what the palettes or anything looked like, I'll do it now. So give me just a second. Okay, remember, we're not paying attention to anything back there on the floor. Just paying attention to this makeup basket for the week. Okay, so if you didn't see my haul where I hauled these items, this is the Nomad palette, and this is their Hudson Valley palette. I'm sure probably many of you have already seen this. It's a very popular palette, and it was perfect for the month of fall. I didn't get it in time. I didn't order it in time for fall, but Or is it still fall, or is it officially winter? I'm not sure, but nevertheless, this palette just looks gorgeous. I'm not going to swatch. I'm just going to show you what it looks like up close. And again, this is the Nomad palette. This is the first time that I've tried the Nomad formula or any palettes from them, so I'm looking forward to trying this. Next up is the Serenity palette by Cosmic Brushes. Once again, this is the first time I have ever tried anything from that brand. And this is what it looks like. The Serenity palette by Cosmic Brushes. And again, many of you may already be familiar with this palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Again, this is the Novu palette. I didn't get it when it first launched. I really wasn't feeling it, but the more and more I saw people using it, I was like, I think I want it. So this is what it looks like on the outside. I had already ordered this palette, but it came with a broken shade, so I sent it back and I reordered it this time. This is what the palette looks like. Very pretty. And I look forward. This looks like this is going to be so good for work. So I look forward to using this palette. Okay, so just going to show you shades in case I didn't get a chance to show you. For my highlighter palette, the Barbados palette, this is what it looks like on the inside. This is such a pretty highlighter. Love it. Here is my Juvia's Place foundation that I'll be using. Hope this shade is good. I did swatch it in the store, and this was the closest thing for my shade. I don't know if they had all the shades in the store, but this is the closest thing that I could find that would be kind of a match for me. So I went ahead and got this one. And I think that's it. So for this bronzer, the No Limits bronzer by LYS. Sure you're familiar maybe with this. Looks really dark. That's why I really want to try it. I don't know if this might be just a contour for me instead. And I already showed you the powder foundation. Really, this is the powder by Makeup Forever. You can kind of get a gist of the shade. And here we have the eye primer by Color Rain. And actually you can get a gist of the shade right here on the packaging. And I swatched it in the haul video. This Grande highlighter. Not the first time I've used this. And the blush by LYS. Again, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to arrange my tray, or try to arrange my tray. And get everything in here. And it's right there. Oh, I do have two more brushes by LYS I will be using. I'm grabbing them so you can see them. Foundations right here. Concealers right there. I'm going to have so much more room. And then this side, because I put that one over there. I'll see back here. Those are not tough. And I gotta lose this. I get nice right here. And we're done. Oh, just a second. Okay, so for brushes, I wanted to show you. I have this one from Real Techniques, and it is a concealer brush. I normally don't use concealers, but when I saw it, it was so different. I thought I would try this. And I also have, what I'm going to use are my two LYS brushes. This is what I use for bronzer, and this is what I use for highlighter. So we're going to have these three brushes that we want to use. I don't know where I'm going to put those. Just put them like that. For fragrance, I'm just going to continue to use, really didn't use it that much, and this is the Kayali perfume, and I can't even see what scent this is, but yeah, I can't even read it. So I'll pop this up on the screen, but it's just one of those little samples that I got. So I think this should last me all week. So I'm going to use this. And my friends, that is it. Let me show you my basket before we close out the video. Seems like it was long and I thought this was going to be so short. Okay, here is my basket with all the items that we pulled for this month. I have my palettes back here. My here are my primers that I'm going to use, all those little samples. I have my highlighter, my bronzer, my blush. Here's some more blush powder, foundation powders, fragrances, eyeshadow primers, you know, just the whole gamut of what we've already pulled. And I think we are good to go. Everything fits so nicely, and I got every single thing in here, so I am loving that. So that does complete the video for today, you guys. I'm so hot. I don't know what the temperature is, but it is so hot. So if you did enjoy seeing me pull all the items for my weekly makeup basket, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and ringing the notification bell. It just lets you know each and every time that I upload a video. And share the channel because you know I don't mind. And lastly, please know that you are always welcomed and wanted here on my channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.